Hello and welcome you once again in this new session of geography, and today's topic is once again South America. In our last session we have learned about the South America. It is the fourth largest continent in the world, about the Isthmus of Panama. Then we have learned about its surrounding of the Atlantic Oceans, its locations. Then we have read about the major physical features of Andes Mountain. Andes Mountain, the second largest mountain range in the world. Its countries, 12 major countries are this, along with their capital. Then in that, it is the mountain range of Andes Mountain Range, Lake Titicaca. In this lesson, we will start with the Eastern Highland. Eastern Highland, it is older than the Andes mountain range, and it has two distinct regions, that is the Guyana Highland and second one is Brazilian Highland. Guyana Highlands are comparatively lower than the Brazilian Highland, and the river that flow is Orinoco River. The Churun River, this is a tributary of Orinoco. Churun River is tributary of Orinoco River, and it forms from the highest waterfall, that is the Angel Falls in the world. So Angel Fall is the highest waterfall in the world. This is the Angel waterfall. Okay, this is the Angel Fall. The Brazilian highlands had made up of old and hard rock. As you have known that it is the oldest than the Andes, and they are very old and very hard rock area, and this plateau region rises steeply at the height of 3000 meters. 3000 meter is range, and this region extends into a central plains to the South America, and most of the river move islands and join the Panama River. The plateau of Mato Grosso is located in the western side of the Brazilian highland, and the Patagonia, a cold desert region in the extreme south, is located in the rain shadow area of Andes mountain. So what you have learned, that its height is 3000 meters. See in this paragraph, height is 3000 meter. This region extends into the central plain of the South America. Most of the river inland are joined here. Most of the river, and they move to the Panama River. Then the plateau is Mato Grosso. It is located in the western side of the Brazilian highland, and Patagonia, it is a cold desert. It is in the extreme of the south, and it is located in the rain shadow of Andes mountain. So this paragraph is very important. Now the central lowland. What is the central lowland? It is the half of the total area of the South America. Central lowland, it is about the half of the total area of the South America, which is located between the Andes mountain in the west and eastern highlands in the east. So where it is located? It is located between the Andes mountain in the west and the eastern highland in the east, and these lowlands are drained by a number of rivers. That means a number of rivers are there along with their tributaries. Some of these rivers are Amazon, Orinoco, La Plata. Very important. The Amazon River basin is the largest basin in the world. You know that Amazon River basin, it is the largest basin Yes, it is the largest basin in the world, and this basin is the equatorial region and receives rainfall almost throughout the year. Because it is in the equatorial region, and throughout the year in this area you will receive the rain. In the northern part of the Orinoco River basin, which is extensive grassland area at Llanos. It is in a Llanos, and the Guyana highlands are between the Orinoco and the Amazon River basin. See, this is the Patagonia desert, the sea, the vastness, it is the Patagonia desert. Now we will see the Pampas. See, this is the Pampas, green lush area. It is the Uruguay and the Panama rivers are called Rio de Plata. Rio de Plata. The Uruguay and the Parana river basins, which is known as the Rio de Plata, and these vast lowlands are known as Pampas. See, this is the Pampas. See, this area is the Pampas, and where it is located? It is located in the Uruguay and the Parana river basin. Uruguay and Parana river basin, and it is known as Rio de Plata. These vast lowlands are known as Pampas. So what you will say that Uruguay and Parana river basins are called Rio de Plata, and these lowlands are known as Pampas. Now the coastal plains. What are the coastal plains? Coastal plains of the South America is very large and a narrow coastal plain. The narrow coastal area experiences the frequent earthquake. It's a very narrow coastal area, but it's having very frequent earthquake, and towards the southwest the coastal area is fringed by the island, and that island is known as Crono Archipelago. The area of the island is known as Kronos Archipelago. Now we have to there is a case study regarding the Amazon river basin. It's very important. You have to read this very carefully. It is about the case study of the Amazon river basin. Amazon river in South America is the second longest river in the world, and it also carries the largest amount of water. It is the second largest river, and it carries the largest amount of water. It is originated from the Andes mountain and flows into the Atlantic Ocean. That means it starts from the Andes mountain and it ends in the Atlantic Ocean, and the Amazon river basin is very thickly forested as the climate is hot, wet almost throughout the year. These rainforests are called selvas. It is very important. Selvas. Selvas is the area where climate is hot and wet throughout the year, and they have a rainforest. This is called a selvas. Their area is the total area of the Amazon river rainforest is about 40 million square kilometer. This region is inhabited by the tribals and has various ecosystems ranging from grassland to swamp. The rainforests are exploited for timber, mineral, oil, natural gases. So, Amazon river in South America is the second longest river in the world. It carries the large amount of water. The Amazon river basin is thickly forested. The climate is hot and wet and almost throughout the year. It has the rainforest called selvas. It is about the 40 million square kilometer, and it is inhabited by the tribals, and where it is grassland to the swamp. The lifestyle of the people. The Amazon river basin is home for about 300 tribal groups. Almost 300 tribal groups are there in this basin area, and these tribal depends on the forest. They depend on the forest. See the tribals, man. They are the tribals of the area. In the last 50 years, due to the contact with the modern people, many tribal groups are today leading a settled life. Otherwise, most of the tribals are still living in see their houses. It is their house. Still they have a still house in the Amazon basin. This is the Amazon river. See, this is the Amazon river. But now they are living, most of the tribals for the last 50 years, they have changed their lifestyle. They acquainted almost every aspect of the rainforest, and they are practice the shifting cultivation. Shifting cultivation, this technique is a slash and burn in some areas. Cash crop like coffee, cocoa, rubber, these are grown there, and each tribal group have their own language and culture, and they developed a distinct craft, dance, music, medicines, etc. This tribal group believes in animism, that is, animal spirits are present in all the animate and inanimate things. The rituals and the religion ceremonies are the most popular. So they believe in the animal spirits. They have their own languages. Their rituals and the religion ceremonies are the most popular. See the latex. This is the slash and burn cultivation like this, and this is the latex, rubber. Now they also live, they have some of the still live in the rainforest, but some of them still live in beehives. In some areas, apartment type houses with standing roofs have been developed. Such houses are locally called maloka. The houses like apartment type houses, they have with a standing roof. See the maloka. This is maloka. This is the standing roof. In the recent years, a large-scale development of the various means of transport, communication has changed the lifestyle of the tribals. Now tribals are also changing their lifestyles. Previously, navigated the river was the only way to reach the interior of the rainforest. The construction of the Trans-Amazon Highway. See the Trans-Amazon Highway. A very unique highway, Trans-Amazon Highway, has made the entire Amazon forest accessible. Now, from here you can view the entire Amazon forest. The development activities of the welfare of the tribal has led the destruction of the forest on a large scale, and this has greatly influenced the climate condition. And now the development activities are there, but there is the destruction of the forest also, and this is affecting our climatic condition also. And the level of the pollutions in this region, soil fertility and the future of the tribal communities are also affecting. Most of the tribals today follow the Western lifestyle, and now almost there is the destruction of the forest are done in a large scale. So that's all for today's session. I hope you have understand this lesson very well. Read this lesson, follow these videos. We will once again meet our next session with a new topic. Till then, have a nice day and take care of your health.